Hello friends, welcome back to a new episode of Road to Rank 1. Today we're starting off against Neeb here on Blackburn. One of my less favorite maps, honestly. Never been a huge fan of this bad boy. So we're forced into the one gate expand. Now, I have some theories on how to play the one gate expand on this map. So we're going to try and, explore that a little bit. Just open up with a gateway right away. Send our worker across the map. And my opponent will most likely mirror exactly what I am currently doing. At least, that's what I'm expecting, at least. Puff! You always want to hit them once. That way you show dominance. It shows that you're faster. In the moment, without losing time, I managed to deal 5 damage. I know that the shields will regenerate, so it actually is completely meaningless. But it's a mental advantage, which means it's not completely meaningless. Unless he doesn't care about it, well, then it's still a mental advantage for me. I feel better than I did before I did that. So it's definitely, it has a positive outcome for me. This guy's probably planning on getting the Nexus down. I can feel it. These days, everyone is just pretending like they're taking gases and a pylon in the main base, while in reality, they're doing nothing of the sort. So then you're just sitting here downstairs, you're just blocking, you're just blocking, you're just blocking, you're just blocking. No, I actually really do need to go upstairs. I need to figure out eventually what's kicking off up there. Ah, I got tricked. I got tricked. No, I didn't. He wasn't fast enough. I am too fast for him still. He can cancel the Zealot at any point, and then I will be in some trouble, and I will dislike that. Look at this. Microing this little probe like... Oh, I hate everything about you, Neeb. You absolute prick. You monster of a guy. This should not be allowed, this type of behavior. Ah, I hate it when this happens. I really do not like that. I do not enjoy it. I can tell you guys that with certainty. Hoppa! I also get it down. Who's the loser now? It's not me, Neeb, it's you. Well, it's also me, because my Nexus still is slower. However, I'm not seeing anything coming out of my opponent when it comes to tech. You don't really see anything here yet. Oh, it's a Stalker first. Yeah, it's somewhat exciting as well. Going to get my own Stalker as well, of course. I need it, otherwise I will die. Dying is not a fun experience usually. Curious to see what my opponent is going to respond to my first Oracle. As we haven't seen a Stargate in Neeb's base yet. It's possible that that Stargate was really delayed and it went down basically the moment that I decided to lose my probe. That was a decision, by the way. I'd like to make sure that everyone knows that. It might have looked like an accident, but I decided that that worker was going to die. Just like I just now decided that this worker was allowed to leave without any consequence. I'm just going to chase it for... Oh, I accidentally killed it. Also intended. Everything I do is intended. Don't forget that. No matter how much it looks like a mistake, it is all on purpose. And that is something that I would like all of you to remember whenever you judge me next time. What does they say again? Don't judge if you don't want to be judged? No, no one really says that. Ooh, I think I'm about to lose this Oracle. To 2 Stalkers that just got warped in over here. Oh. Also planned. I mean, I knew it was going to happen. I predicted it. So, if I knew it was going to happen, why would I just not pull my Oracle towards the left side or somewhere else? Is it possible that I felt like I was cornered? And it felt like there was no way out. Just like you can corner, for example, rodents. Rodents sometimes feel there's no way out and then they walk into your trap. I once called a mice. There was this mouse that was living in my walls. And at night he'd come out right next to where my head was. It's like this 3-4 years ago. And he just made this gnawing noise. 3 a.m. till like 7 a.m. And I couldn't get him because there was a wall in between us, you know? I couldn't really punch through the wall. Did not quite possess the strength at that point in my life to do something like that. Now I know that I could do that. So instead I had to trick him. So I bought some mouse-friendly rodent traps. And I put peanut butter in there because apparently peanut butter is something that mice really like. I learned a lot about catching mice. There's a YouTube channel, well, multiple YouTube channels, but there was one YouTube channel that I often watch that was completely dedicated to just catching rodents in different ways on how to do it. There's some pretty cruel ways, I have to admit. I was surprised it was allowed on YouTube. But I also saw some good tips. And one of the tips was that peanut butter, these little suckers, they love peanut butter. They don't actually like cheese. The funny thing is, in Dutch, peanut butter is actually peanut cheese and not peanut butter. So, you know, it's pretty close. I remember thinking, oh, that's a weird coincidence. And then eventually, my girlfriend and I, we caught this mouse with we put some, he didn't go into any of the traps with peanut butter in it, but we put some peanut butter into into just a drinking glass. And then I basically got him into a corner. I cornered him once he got out of the wall. And then he went into the glass where the peanut butter was because he thought, oh, that's peanut butter. It's something I like. That is better than this weird-looking Dutch guy that's been chasing me around the room for the past 45 minutes. Then he went into the glass, and then we released him out in the wild. Well, in the wild, like a little park 30 meters away from my house. And he never was there to be seen again, so. Puff! Mental victory. I'm not sure why I'm ahead, by the way. It feels like I'm ahead though, doesn't it? This I had kind of expected already. He's going to jump into my main base here. This is a really common Blackburn move. The two adepts into... What was I gonna say? I had, the two adepts into the link into the main base. We're going to play a style here that has kind of fallen out of fashion. This is 6 gas double robo. And this is something that Zest played for a while. And if Zest played it for a while, you know that it's gonna be good. And he'd go up to, I believe it was 6 gates back then. And you just get double robo, you get a bunch of disruptors, and you pretend like you're playing single player, basically. Well, not completely pretend like you're playing single player, but you're not really planning on interacting with your opponent whatsoever. Like, you're just turtling up, and then very quickly, off of 4 bases, you tack into what to some people is known as airtos. So you go into carriers, and then you do a push with, I think it's 6 carriers. It is a really wild style that isn't really played anymore. That was a wild blink as well. That also usually isn't played anymore. I want to go up to the high ground. Oh, he's going to chase. Good call, probably. Yeah, he's going to get one more because of that. Maybe one more. No, just in range. There I was. I was just in range over there. That sentence didn't sound like proper English, but then again, I'm not a native speaker. I have an excuse. How did I get to the story of the mouse? I can't quite recall how I got there, but I felt like sharing it. Catching a mouse. Oh, the Oracle being stuck in the corner. So yeah, I always felt like the mouse at any point could just kind of charge through me because he's way too quick for me to truly catch. So if he just ran away, he'd be capable of escaping. But because he panicked, he wasn't capable of escaping. And it was the same with my Oracle there. I panicked, and thus my Oracle was not capable of escaping. That was a very long story to explain how I felt in that moment with my Oracle. But that's completely fine. That is completely fine. I have no problems with that. Okay, going to send this over here. We have some good vision already. Go up to 8 gases. A couple of cannons. What are you doing, buddy? Come on the sloop, jumpy. My grandfather and me. Around Nassau town, we did wrong. What you doing, buddy? You're gonna die, that's what you're gonna do. Sounds a bit crude as well. Yeah, there was one of the mouse traps that this guy had on the channel, which was like from the year like 1800 or something. And it was basically a gun with a piece of cheese. So the gun would get triggered. And he actually rebuilt the thing. And then he blurred out the end result. But this guy's pretty wild. He also had an infinite supply of rats just living around his house, which I thought was kind of weird. If your entire spew is being the guy that catches rodents, that you still have a rat-infested house. I always thought that was, you know, it's like, how good are you really, buddy? Like, is this just a temporary measure, or do you catch them and release them again? Are they paid actors? These are all questions I asked back in the time. This mouse is actually driving me completely crazy. Oh my god! Did he just shoot himself for banter? I think he did. But first he shot me. And it wasn't for banter at all. At least I didn't find it very funny. One more! One more, baby. One more. This is actually really, really bad for me. Like, legitimately quite bad. We're going to cancel this. I don't actually have money for 4. The entire plan was to get 3 as well. And then I built a 4th one. I was like, oh, this probably will work. Didn't really, obviously, because I'm an idiot. Oh. What are we doing here, buddy? Okay. Sheesh. As the kids these days would say. Kids these days. I could actually wall this in. Look at that. Should I do that? That looks kind of sick. I want more observers though. I feel like I'm lacking observers in a big way here. Really feel like I'm lacking observers in a big way. The other day I played against a game against Neeb. And it was similar to this, where I was getting outplayed the entire time. In the end I pushed across the map with 6 carriers and I won the game. Felt pretty good. Actually did feel pretty good. I do like it when games feel pretty good. Now the beauty of this entire Zest thing is that you can already start building cannons really early into the game and it doesn't quite feel terrible. The reason why it doesn't quite feel terrible is because you need to hold this base anyway, so... Oh, he's coming in. I know he's going to have some type of detection. He's already has Tempest out? Oh, he knew what was happening. He's watching this video while I'm recording it. Puff! Great splits. I'm not quite sure why I keep saying puff. That's the noise that guns make in Dutch comic books. Puff. P-A-F-F. Actually true. You live, you learn. I wonder if there's many different noises like that. You know, in different languages. I remember that Pikachu, the Pokemon, actually is called Pikachu because I think the sound of electricity in Japan is Pika Pika. Which makes no sense because I don't actually think electricity says Pika Pika at all. Or even remotely close. Okay, we're gonna jump in. This was a wild blink. Sometimes in life you need to do very wild things. Yes, you're dead. Honestly, this could have gone a lot worse, no? I don't like to brag about my achievements, but... Not dying here is actually quite a sick achievement. I'm going to get more Stalkers, I'm going to blink on top of him, and then hope I win. Like, I really only have one shot, because the longer the game goes, the better it's going to be for my opponent here. So it's important, A, that we keep some disruptors alive. It's important we have detection as well. What's he doing? Oh mate, what you doing? Look, I'm just killing this with the carriers. I keep the carriers like very far away from his army, so he can't suddenly snipe them. So that's what I'm actually truly afraid. Where is he with his army? Whoop! That's that. Got little paperweights, useless units. Let me tell you that much. Wait, he just sniped that? That's kind of crazy actually. Up, that's another one down. Bam, bam, bam. Another one buys the dust. Bam, bam, bam. I bet he has a base here, no? Yeah. Oh my god, what a terrible blinking. Come on, don't die. Oh, that was not good. I think I'm dead now. Can blink in one more time? Oh, yes, I can. I feel like we almost had the potential here to win this game. If I hadn't done such a terrible blinking, but a slightly less terrible blinking. Overall, resource loss, we were down pretty far. Losing those disruptors in the mid game actually was painful. He must have scouted something, no? Like, how did he know what was happening? He just felt it, I guess. He even transitioned actually just as fast as I did. That's pretty crazy. He had faster +1 as well. That's also pretty crazy. I guess the moment he knows I'm playing Disruptors, he just straight away techs into Carriers, or into Tempest in this case. It's also wild he went into Tempest, by the way, rather than into Carriers. If you're ahead, I think Carriers usually are better. He was so far ahead, look at that. Yeah, I was really dead after the early, and like losing that first Oracle sucked. Then in the mid game, I just, yeah. This did not end up how I wanted it to, as we end up without MMR, minus 16. But we can immediately search a new game, and we can find him again, and we'll take him out. Just like I took that mouse out of my house. Alright, after Neeb destroyed us, we now get Serral here on Blackburn. He humiliated me the other day when playing my ESL Pro Tour little thing. He absolutely humiliated me, especially on this map. He took a gold first, and then pretended like my pressure didn't exist. I was not very happy with that. However, I learned from my mistakes. And what I have learned, well, actually I haven't really learned anything from my mistakes, but I'm just going to try the same thing again. I'm just not going to mess it up this time around. And if he takes the gold, I'm going to punish him. I'm just going to chrono boost out a couple of adepts or something. It feels like taking the gold on this map is not viable for Zerk. It's not viable for Protoss as a first base either. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of what he did against me. It's always fun to play against good old Serral, I guess. Serral is someone that I actually haven't called in a while. Unlike that mouse. It's actually, I think I called that mouse in 2018. And the last time, apparently, I took a map of Serral in a tournament setting was in 2017. I believe it's been 5 years. It's a long time ago. I actually beat him in a best of 5 in 2017 as well. Golden days. I almost beat him 2 best of 5s in 2017, but I lost the second one. Remember the games as well. I was at a Take TV penthouse party, and it wasn't actually a party in the penthouse. Well, it was a little bit, but Serral was playing from home. I was playing from the penthouse. Fun tournament. I got 3rd place there, I think. Quite impressive. I lost to Serral in the, I want to say the winner bracket final, or in the loser bracket final. I really can't recall it all. Wild tournament though. Okay, here we go. Gonna get a pylon in here. Okay, if he takes the gold first again, I'm actually gonna be upset. Well, I'm not sure if I should be upset. Aha! Yeah, it's a ladder game. Doesn't want to take any risk like he does in tournaments. There's nothing more important to Serral than MMR. And of course, winning tournaments is also quite important for him. Sometimes I believe that people try harder on ladder than they do in tournaments. Like, they'll prepare more for tournaments, but on ladder they'll play their best. You know what I mean? Because there's no... The pressure isn't quite as big on ladder as it is in tournament. So they are a little more free. Serral will take a little more risk. You know, it's... Especially now. Serral's the dangerous when he... The dangerous? Most dangerous. Serral's the most dangerousest. He is the most dangerous player when he isn't at 7.5 MMR, but when he's at like 7.1. Because then he has nothing to lose. He starts doing wild things all of a sudden. It's really not fun. Playing against Serral when he's playing his standard crap already isn't fun. Now he starts maxing in his aggressive garbage as well. He's impossible to beat. No one tell him that though. The moment Serral actually starts doing proper cheeses and all-ins is the day the game just ends. Competitively, because you win every single tournament. It will not be fun. Except maybe ZVZs. Because you always have a bigger idiot in ZVZs. Look at this. Oh, slow response, Serral. Are you even trying? Got one free shot off there. Unbelievable. I'm so toxic. You're allowed to be toxic if people can't hear you though, that's fine. It's not toxic, you're just talking to yourself. You're the idiot. In this case, I am the idiot. I think this bad boy is going to die actually. Whoop, 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 whoop. Build! There we go. Up. Hello, you go here, sir. Thank you very much, Monsieur Adept. Monsieur Carnival. Okay.
Research complete. Oracle perceiving.
Gas. Sometimes I have to practice what other people ask me, you know, to copy someone, and I forget my own build orders as a result. But I think I still remember it. There we go. Feels good. I almost went the wrong way though. This was not correct. Using both of them there is actually always a mistake. That's that. That's that. Oh my god. Actually building Evo. Madman. Cancel it. He did cancel it in time. Ooh. Do we actually... What else do we want here? I think we want a battery. That feels correct. I need to sneeze. It's going to be very loud. I'm sorry. Taking out these rocks as well. That's interesting. Just send these across the map, huh? Please. Oh, I used it with the wrong one. That was not ideal. Actually, not ideal. So we have a relatively fast +1. We're moving across the map with all these stalkers already. Look how fast we are. Holy crap, we're good. Holy crap, we're good at this game. I don't think I actually have any... No, I have enough energy available. Who am I kidding? Right? It was pretty tight. Yeah, it was pretty tight. That was a relatively risky move. We'll take a very fast third base as well. Third base we already have. So we took that very fast. Now we take a fast fourth. Because we're wild like that, you know? No stops on this train. I'm not sure why I made that noise. I take it back. I wish sometimes I could take things back that I do. I take a lot back. There would be no videos anymore. The stupid crap I do on a daily basis. Maybe I can actually shoot this Overlord now. One more shot. Oh my god, I actually got it. I didn't think I would. I didn't actually... I know I said, oh, maybe I can get it, but I didn't actually believe it myself, you know? That's kind of wild. Wait, there's no fort base yet, I just realized. I was already thinking of a... Oh my god, where's my oracles? Yeah, take the one, please do. This is the bait. Idiot. Oh my god, thank the Lord. That stalker... oh, crap, I'm the idiot still. That stalker, I'm sure, was very, very sad, but I'm so glad that, you know, he took one for the team, as you call it. This has been a relatively uninspired build order as well, I have to admit. Which is... There's still no fort base? Oh, the fort base must be here. Oh, I was wondering what was happening. I was like, this makes no sense. I'm an idiot. Okay, here we go. Good. Good stuff. I actually have way too much gas as well, which is a true issue. As I say that, I take another gas. I built a second robotics facility as well as a robo bay. Don't think I have a second one of these yet. You know what's a real possibility? Muralisk at this point. Oh, I'm super supply blocked as well. Very cool. 5th base at 7 minutes into the game. Usually I take my 4th base at that time, back in the day, before I was enlightened like I am right now. I don't really like this at all. I really don't like this situation whatsoever. Do I play Colossi or... I think I play Colossi actually, yeah. One of these. Actually want to know what my opponent is up to as well. Get a couple of zealots in this area. We're supply block again, by the way. I like to call out whenever I'm supply block, so people know that I'm making mistakes. Because I know that some of you, and although I appreciate the effort, some of you whine for me. So when I lose a game, I see a bunch of people saying that the only reason I'm losing games is because the other races are easier to play. Now, I do like a good excuse every now and again, but obviously when I'm playing against Serral, that excuse isn't really going to, you know, it's not going to cut it. And we're going to need more than that. Ooh, I think I lost that. I think he's playing Lurker, by the way, which is somewhat exciting. I don't like the way this thing is looking. Pisses me off even in a big way. Oh yeah, I knew it was Lurker. Like I said. I actually said it. I think this is Lurker. And then it was Lurker. So I was correct. Also like to call out when I'm correct every now and again. It just doesn't happen quite as often. I almost shot my own unit there. Maybe I just continue building more Colossi, or maybe I don't. I'm not sure yet.
How can I aid?
Upgrade complete.
He definitely is going to be moving here, isn't he? I know him. Yeah, I knew there was going to be at least one lurker.
The threads of
Research complete.
I wonder if I can just shoot this or not. Come on. Nice. Did I lose all my workers here? I think I did. I have a lot of money though, don't I? Ooh, double! With one! That is normal. Not imbalanced. I'm in some trouble here. Have to admit. Just have to admit it, huh? Okay, come on. Shoot it! Oh, I actually lost one of them before it hit. That was slightly unfortunate. That was a big hit though. Holy crap. Eat that, Serral. I thought I could just trade maybe a little bit, but I guess the answer there is a loud and resounding no. I completely forgot about these boys though. Hey, we don't have the greatest engagement, but this should at least do okay for a little bit. I don't think so, actually. I'm still losing the base there on the bottom side, by the way, in case you fellas haven't noticed that yet. This is an absolute mess as well, I have to admit. Oh my god, that was not good. Was it not? Maybe it was fine, actually. We're just completely ignoring, first of all, that one base that I just lost, for starters. And on top of that, we're completely ignoring the need for speed. No, the need to do something against Vipers. To be fair, he only has 2 Vipers, which I think was a mistake. Should have had like 12 here. I got a lot of these. I don't think this engagement is it. I have plenty of Argos. Oh my god. Oh my god, he has so many lurkers, huh? How many lurkers is that? Actually, like 20? I wonder if I can just kind of move around it, or if that is not allowed here anymore. The micro is a little bit too fast as well for me. Just a slow Protoss player. Double! Very okay. Okay, that means now there's probably no more Vipers available. Hello, what's happening with my army? I just lost a bunch of crap. I'm not quite sure what's happening, but I don't like it. Yeah, we're just gonna build some zealots here, send it to the bottom side. Oh my god! Splits! Oh, Clem, are you watching this? Holy crap, this is good. And not from my side, obviously. I don't think Clem would see anything too interesting there, but these splits are really A tier. The movement here defensively is also quite good, I have to admit, huh? What's in there? Oh, there's a lot of units. Dude, I'm just getting owned over here. Maybe I'm winning this fight, though. Is it possible? Oh. Banelings on the way? Surely not, no? No way, Banelings are the way here. Is this the way to Emery? I think I lose anyway. Yeah, upgrades are too good. Man, what were my upgrades? It felt like some of these fights should have been better for me. Nah. Okay, no, we did kind of get owned. We lost way more stuff. It all went terrible. Things all started going terrible after my first push out, I think. My first push out wasn't very good. I think I could have just stayed on Colossi Templar while transitioning into something else. Like Colossi Templar. And then I can actually find the Vipers. The problem on this map, it's so easy to play with Lurkers as well. Because if you just hold the middle, there's nothing I can really do. He underbuilt Vipers severely though. Yeah, it is what it is. Well, we lose this game as well. I think that's going to be it for today. You guys didn't get the high level. Oh, he actually was 7-4 as well. Good lord. He's very good. He's almost 1,000 MMR above me. That's crazy. So I'm about as close to Serral as a 5.4k player is to me. No, like a 5.6k player, which is like rank 120 Grandmaster. That's pretty crazy. All right. That's going to be it for me today. Thanks all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this episode of Road to Rank 1. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Please see you all next time for a new video. Thank you, and bye-bye.